Hey guys, we're going to go through the body image blueprint. So we're going to talk about how to live a truly fulfilled, happy and wholesome life beyond the mirror. So what is body image? Body image is pretty much how you think, feel, your perceptions and thoughts and imagination about your body, really. People can experience a positive body image or a negative body image and are influenced by both internal and external factors in our environment. And it really affects people of all ages, cultures, and genders. And for most people, they think that changing their body is going to improve their body image. But body image is a psychological construct. So why would a physical change fix that? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Space. Just a couple of stats quickly before we get into the blueprint. 1 in 2 people, this is in Australia, 1 in 2 people rarely or never speak positively about their appearance. 1 in 3 Australians are unhappy with the way they look. 1 in 2 people don't do the things they enjoy because of how they feel about their appearance, which I think is fucked up, and we need to change that. Over 40% of people are dissatisfied with their appearance. An overwhelming 73% of people wish they could change the way they look. 66.6% of people remember being bullied or teased about their appearance at some stage in their life. 41% of people most of the time or even always compare themselves to others on social media, which is another big crazy thing in our time that needs to be improved. And 53% of people rarely or never speak positively about their appearance, which is crazy to me. So how is a negative body image affecting your health? So it can lead to pretty much a poor body image can lead to disordered eating behaviors. So things like getting into actually like even leading all the way to disordered eating itself. Can lead to the development of low self-esteem, depression and anxiety, which is very high in amongst our culture right now. Our physical health, so it can lead to overtraining, so poor recovery, and also the maintenance of a healthy body weight. So, a lot of people wanting to be smaller or skinnier or leaner or whatever it is, and being underweight, can even go the other way. And social and relationship health as well. So a bit of misalignment in there with our relationships. So getting into the blueprint itself, we're going to talk about how to actually improve your body image without changing the way you look. So we have 3 things here: self-compassion, which is the big one, body neutrality and your environment. So self-compassion is about being kind and understanding to yourself without judgment, especially when you make mistakes. It means treating yourself with the same care and kindness that you would to the person that you love the most, your best friends, your mum, whoever. Why is it important? It helps us deal with challenges, disappointments, improves our self-esteem, encourages confidence and resiliency, allows us to accept our mistakes and learn from them, and inspires gratitude towards ourselves. A big part of self-compassion is our language, and something that I talk about a lot every day with my clients, and I know, Jai, you do too. We've talked about that before. But the main thing here is just being your best friend. So pretty much not just our like external language, so what we speak out loud, but our internal language as well. Every word you speak is self-hypnosis, right? So if you speak poorly about your body and you continue to think poorly about your body, you're going to negatively impact that body image big time. And if you want to learn how to shift that talk into positive language, again, treating yourself like your best friend. How would you speak to your best friend? One thing I really like here that I saw the other day was Think about the person that you love the most in the world, whoever it may be, your partner, your mum, your best friend. If you switched bodies with that person and you're now in that person's body for a year, how would you treat that person? Not just physically, like what are your thoughts? What are you thinking? How are you speaking to yourself? I think going into that perspective can really help to learn about how to talk to yourself and the language that you use. Because when I think about that, I'm like, oh shit, like even I struggle with poor body image sometimes, and my language as well. And it's a constant, practice that I'm working on and improving. But if you think about that, it's like, yeah, okay, I'd be thinking pretty positively and pretty well and really looking after that person. So I think that's really important. Treat yourself as your best friend. Going into body neutrality. So body neutrality is a way of thinking about your body where you focus on what your body can do for you and what it allows you to experience rather than how it looks. So instead of loving or hating your body, you accept it as it is and appreciate its functions. Now, we're trying to get to the point of a more positive body image. So I think that body neutrality is a good stepping stone and a realistic stepping stone to get there. I don't think you should stop here. It's just a really good spot to get your clients onto, or yourself if you do struggle with poor body image. So for example, you might think about how your legs help you do a nasty leg sesh, or your arms hug the people that you love. It's my favorite. And yeah, how your stomach digests food, like to give you all the nutrients that you need. I think that's really important. So that's kind of an example there. And yeah, I think it's just more of a stepping stone, but a really realistic stepping stone to help people get to that next point. It's not about loving your body every single day. It's different to body positivity. And not loving your body every single day, but it's about respecting your body by attending to its needs, accepting your body despite its imperfections, engaging in adaptive self-care that expresses your style and personality, the way you dress, and recognizing that no one's worth is determined by how they look, including your own. The last one we're going to cover is environment. So I, again, talk to my clients every day about their environment. I think this is huge, and in everything that's changed positively in my life, I think the number one thing has been in my environment, has helped me change that. And it plays a role in every goal we have. So refining and optimizing your environment is going to play a big role in cultivating a more positive body image. And the 3 areas that we like to look at is your home, so who you live with. And that can even go into like, like the food that you have at home, and like, the lighting and the sound and everything, and even go that deep. Your work, so who you work with and or for. And then of course online and social, so who you follow and consume content from, and your social circles, so your friends. Do these people in these 3 areas, do they share the similar values? Do they inspire you? And do they make you feel better or the opposite? Okay, to finish, we're going to get practical. A few takeaways that we can get into to help you improve your body image and help your clients as well. So self-compassion to start, we're going to go through each one and what we can do there. So I think mindfulness is a big one. When we're more aware of our thoughts and our feelings, so when we are mindful, we can be more kind to ourselves, which is that self-compassion piece. Of course, our language is really, really powerful. So be your best friend. Swap bodies with the person that you love the most. Think about that. Taking care of your physical needs, scheduling self-care, and writing a self-compassion letter, which I've actually done before. And you can write it from, this can look different to anyone, and you can decide how you want to write it. But I think writing it from the perspective of a friend talking to you, or you talking to a friend, if that's too much straight away, you talking to a friend who's experiencing similar struggles to yourself. I think that's a good little starter. Body neutrality, focusing on body functionality. a lot of people in our industry and our kind of like, what's the word? The fitness industry, I think we talk about this a lot, but they kind of focus on just in the gym. I think it's really important to think about, okay, what happens when you're injured and sick? You know, when you can't actually move your body in that way. Thinking beyond the gym and movement. So pretty much thinking about what your body allows you to experience outside of the gym. So travel, again, like hugging people and all that beautiful, beautiful stuff. Joyful movement, which is quite closely connected to that. Not just moving to change something about how you look. Having performance goals in the gym, again, it's very similar there. Those two, thinking about what makes you feel your most alive when you move. So, you know, what makes you feel your happiest, your strongest, your fittest, but like really making, like what makes you feel your most alive. Body appreciation. So for this one, what do we do there? I like to journal. I think it's really important to have this in my weekly check-ins with my clients as well. We talk a lot about gratitude every single week, and really appreciating the things that our body does for us rather than just how it looks each week, because it can get quite easy. It's quite easy to get caught up in that type of stuff when you're taking photos every week and you're doing measurements every week. Do you have a question? Oh, 5 minutes. Great. We're all good. Learning how to better manage your emotions, I think, is really, really important here. Leaning into this discomfort of what you're really feeling. So, for example, it's easier to say to yourself, I feel fat, or I look fat, or whatever it may be, than to say it is, I feel lonely. So I think it's really just like, no, I'm like taking away, I guess, that initial feeling where it's like, oh, I feel fat. But it's like, what are you actually feeling deeper down is really, really important. And again, something that I really like to explore with my clients, and I know a few of you do as well. And I think that's where we can start to really make change, is diving deeper into those surface level words and emotions, or just whatever it may be. It could be lonely, disrespected, unappreciated, insecure, disappointed, uncertain, whatever it may be. Wearing comfy clothes. I think this one's a bit of a yes and no. Because I think it's important to wear clothes that, I guess, celebrate you and your personality and really get you to express that. And I think it's also important to make any change in any area to get uncomfortable a little bit. So I think, yes, wear clothes that make you feel comfortable, but then also challenging that a little bit and just kind of building that threshold. And then lastly on that one, for the women, building an understanding of how your menstrual cycle affects you mentally and physically throughout the month. I think that's really, really important when it comes to body image. Lastly, we have our environment. So a couple in here, a big social media haul. So removing people that don't actually serve you at all. Think about who you really want to consume content from. If you are consuming and you are scrolling, I think that's really important, like what's coming up in your feed. So big social media haul is really good. Hiring a coach, therapist, psychologist, dietitian, maybe that specializes in body image, or just having that extra support as well, so you're just not alone in it. Because I think as well, just simply being in the space or world of someone who can help with that makes a huge impact. Or maybe has been through it themselves. They can also take the emotion out of things and come at it with a more, I guess, outside perspective looking in, and that can be really helpful. And just having someone in your corner that also supports you and also inspires you. Making sure you're nurturing friendships and relationships with people who share similar values, huge. We all do that here. And then lastly, creating a calming atmosphere at home. So like I briefly spoke about before, the lighting, the smells in your house, the noise, the nature, the colors, I think actually really does play a big part in becoming more mindful, which then we can make better decisions and work on our mindset and our brain alongside body image. So, you know, creating that calming atmosphere for our nervous system, I think, is extremely important in this. To finish, you don't have to look a certain way to start living a life. And I think that's a really important reminder for everyone. You just got to start living now. And that's the end. No, I don't know how to turn that off. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I wish I had, I wish I practiced more so I didn't have to hold my phone, but I'll do it when I do the real thing for people.
Sweet. It's good.
Thanks.
Even as like, I think you touched. I can see how it helps a lot of your female clients, but even as a male sitting here, I think it's very much a male-female thing that is very existent in this world, where a lot of people could benefit from it.
I think it's really important for guys to learn about this stuff because no one talks about what guys are going through enough, you know.
Yeah, I agree. But even the relationship between the two, communication and how males speak to females, females speak to males, and knowing that those stats at the start, what kind of conversations you're having. Like I remember you first day, we're all raving about this guy's physique, and you actually said you don't like talking about it because there's a deeper meaning than that superficial out.
Yeah.
Even though he's looking really nice.
I think you look beautiful. Seriously. I will comment on physical appearance with people that I know have quite a neutral or good, I guess, relationship with themselves.
But you know that.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a stranger. Whereas I think we're very quick to go to that physical appearance with people we don't know.
Yes. Oh, I have people all the time commenting, oh, you look skinnier, oh, you look this, you look that from home.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't say much.
No.
I just move on. I just say something back like, oh, you look healthy and happy.
Yeah.
Change it, get rid of it.
That's what really matters though.
Yeah.
And I think you might have showed me on Instagram, I don't know if you do this with your clients, I think you can click following at the top and change your feed to just who you follow, so it gets rid of all the suggested posts.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you know about this?
I need to figure out how to do that.
So with your clients, like going through and deleting and unfollowing people is like only half of it, because then you're still going to get the suggested posts. You can actually get rid of that.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Add that to the toolbox. Thanks, Jacob. Did I go over time?
You're right on 15.
Oh, I could talk about this for hours.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it like proper. I'll go an hour when I do it to the public.
That'll be good. But ask them if they have anything else.
Does anyone have any other questions or comments?
It's not a question, but I like how you talked about when someone thinks that they're fat, there's usually, or like just as an example, something to do with their physical appearance, it's usually something deeper, like they're lonely.
It always is.
And how that makes them feel. That was really cool. That was insightful, I think.
Thanks. There's more depth to it,
Yeah.
for sure. You know? It's like fat's not a feeling,
Yeah.
is it? I feel fat.
It's not.
Yeah. And then coming back to language. Oh my God, don't say that.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to say that then. Thanks.
If a client says that to you, do you address it like that? Do you tell them, don't say that? Or do you ask them why and try and delve deeper?
Bit of both. It depends on the client and our relationship. I find I do pull people up quite quickly. But I do, when I'm getting to know someone, I won't be too harsh with it. I will probably ask further questions and be more gentle and soft. But then I've got clients that have been with me for years and like, don't fucking say that shit. Let's go, you know?
Because they know better.
Yeah, and they know. and they laugh, and there's been a few lately that now they pull themselves up and it's great.
Is that different male to female?
Yeah, a couple of, like, I only have a couple of male clients that have been with me for a while, and one of them, every single session, he's like, it's not easy being old and fat. And he's having a joke, but like, I know, like, he might be feeling something, and he's maybe judging himself or something, or always has, or whatever it may be. He is older, and I pull him up on it, but he just laughs it off. So I find it trickier with men because they're not as open as women to talk about deeper things and their feelings. Especially that generation. He's like a dad, 50s. It's harder. It's a good question. Thanks. Is that it? Is that it?
I will not help you guys finish your presentation and walk off. You must do that on your own.
Thank you, guys. There's cake at the table. Enjoy.
Let's eat.
Let's eat. Nah, thanks, guys.
It's actually can I do that?
No. I might do that next time. Is that it? Thank you.
Thank you.